What's poppin' YouTube? JD here, back with yet another video for you guys. We are doing things a little different today. There's no sneakers to review. Instead, what we're gonna be talking about is the sneaker market as a whole and what I see happening with that market, as well as reselling in the upcoming months. So let's get into it. So first of all, I wanted to say that I know there are way more important things going on in the world right now than what is happening with sneakers. So the most important thing is I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are healthy. I hope your families are healthy. Stay inside, do whatever you can, and I hope we all get through this together. As you guys know, there is currently an illness that is absolutely taking over the world right now, spreading everywhere and disrupting everything in its path. We have the stock market crashing, the economy going into a recession, the travel industry basically shut down, and I also see the impact in the sneaker market. Of course, I can't say the name of that illness on here because you know the YouTube feds are watching and they will demonetize this video if I do that, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So let me start off by saying that as a whole, the very business of buying and selling sneakers for profit, I see the entire value of the secondary sneaker market coming down in the next few months, and here's a couple of reasons why. So first of all, guys, the recession is not coming, it's already here. A couple of the big banks in the US have already declared a recession. And guys, there are two types of things that people spend their money on. There's basically necessities, and then there's discretionary spending. Necessities is basically everything you absolutely need to spend on every month, like your mortgage, your rent, your food, your gym membership, pretty much everything that comes out of your account pretty much automatically. And then there is discretionary spending. So that's pretty much everything else that you don't really have to spend on, but you spend on it anyways because you want to, such as travel, for example. And of course, sneakers fall into that category, guys. And during a recession, people dramatically cut back the amount of money that they spend in this second category, that is discretionary spending. Secondly, it's not just a recession, guys. This is a little bit of a different type of recession because this has been caused by an illness that is currently spreading, and the only way we can possibly slow this down is by staying inside. We've seen some of the major cities in the world already issue lockdowns, mandatory lockdowns, forcing people to stay inside their homes. And based on several experts, this might not just last a few weeks, this might actually last several months. This might even go into the summer, guys. And if everyone is pretty much forced to stay at home, that brings the demand of sneakers even less, because if you can't even go outside, why would you want to buy new sneakers every single week? You really don't need that. Third, and this is also a big one, so the launch of several hype sneakers have been delayed indefinitely. And furthermore, Nike, as well as some of the other big brands and also local sneaker stores, have pretty much shut their doors, and they pretty much just have their websites open for business. So what that means is in the next few months, all of the hype sneakers that have some type of resale, they will be releasing pretty much online only. And who wins in this case? Of course, it's the people out there who have bots. Bots are gonna be eating in the next few months. The negative aspect of that though is that all these people with the bots who are going to be buying lots and lots of sneakers, they are going to want to sell them as fast as possible, and the only way they can do that is if they keep underbidding each other on the sneaker market. And as long as sneakers are pretty much only going to be released online, and as long as only the guys with the bots get the sneakers, we are going to be seeing this underbidding continue to happen over and over again. So pretty much every new release coming up, I do not see a very high resale for pretty much any of them. So those are the three main reasons. People are trying to save money, people can't go outside, and people with bots are underbidding each other. And we've already started to see the effects on the sneaker market. Let's just, as an example, take a few of the hype releases of the last few months and just look at how far the prices have dropped just in the last month alone. So I'm going to show you guys 4 examples here. All of these are US size 9 because that is typically one of the money sizes. So here you have the prices of the Travis Scott Jordan 1 that dropped last year, one of the most hype releases of the year. As you guys can see, pretty much a month ago, the prices were hovering around $1,600 US for this size, and now just a month later, they have dropped to around $1,300. Here's another, this one is a more recent release. This is the Travis Scott Nike Dunk Low in a size 9. You can see a month ago, this was around the release date of that sneaker. It was selling for about 1,100, and now that has dropped to around 950. So that's that's almost like a 15% drop right there. And now you want to see even worse examples. Let's go on to the Off-White Dunk in the UNLV colorway. This is the red colorway. So about a month ago, this sneaker was selling for about 530 euros. And now a month later, it's dropped to about 410. We've seen sales of the sneaker for around 410. That's almost a 20% drop in just a month. And for perhaps the most drastic example, this is the Jordan 185 Varsity Red. And as you guys know, this sneaker was actually super limited. There's only 23,000 pairs in the whole world. And a month ago, this sneaker in a size 9 was selling for $880. And now, just a month later, size 9 has dropped to around $550. Now, that is just insane. That is almost a 40% drop in just a month. And all of those sneakers I just mentioned were sneakers that released pretty much before this whole crisis started. And if you want to look at sneakers that have released more recently, those results have been even worse. So let's look at the Jordan 1 Zoom. Now, in my opinion, this is actually the dopest Jordan 1 to drop this year in terms of the colorway, the comfort. This is just a sick sneaker. And it also looks very similar to the Dior Jordan 1s, which is probably the most hyped sneaker of the year. So you would think that a sneaker like this would have very high resale. Instead, this sneaker is pretty much a brick, especially in bigger sizes. It's selling for pretty much retail after fees. Then we look at more recent releases. How about the Sakai waffle nylons? And this nylon version was made with even more premium materials. Of course, they weren't the OG pair, so I knew resale would be lower, but I never expected it to be this low. If you look at like the black colorway, man, like the resale, I mean, it's pretty much a brick. Like there's pretty much no resale on the black pair. And even on the white pair, we're looking at just pretty much a lunch money here. Just not a lot of resale for this pair. And also, this is translated over to Yeezys. Look at the Desert Sage that dropped in the last few weeks. This one is an absolute brick. None of the sizes are profitable. And also, more recently, just this past weekend, was the release of the Cinder. And this sneaker too, like, I mean, I know it's not all black, it's more like a dark brown, but typically when there's like an all black Yeezy release, these typically do really well, but resale is super low in this sneaker. I mean, a lot of sizes below $300, which is crazy, man. Crazy for a black Yeezy. But those are just the times we live in, guys. And I don't think that this is gonna be limited to these recent releases. I also think that upcoming releases, however long we're in this recession, I expect prices to behave pretty similarly. I do not see high resale prices for many sneakers. Maybe some super ultra limited sneaker might have some high resale. For example, the Off-White Jordan 5s in that grape colorway. Like, of course, a pair like that will have some high resale, but most of the other sneakers, I really don't see much profit in any of them. By the way, very quickly, if you've been enjoying this video so far, make sure you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. You know it helps your boy out. And of course, subscribe for more. And if you guys drop a lot of likes on this video, then I will know that I should be dropping more videos just like this. So just give me that feedback, hit that like button, drop a comment if you enjoy the video. I appreciate the feedback. So here's what you should do in a market like this. So I'm gonna basically use the stock market as an example for the sneaker market because I do think they behave rather similarly. And I'm someone who's been investing in the stock market way before I started investing in sneakers. And when it comes to the stock market, pretty much the most important rule to remember is something Warren Buffett once said, which is be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. And what that means essentially is pretty much that when people are panic selling, that's the right time to buy. Now, I'm not saying that you guys should go in there and just buy sneakers right now because there's a lot more important things to worry about, like your job security and your mortgage payments and all that. I'm sure a lot of us are under financial stress right now. So I'm not saying go out there and buy every sneaker. But if you were pretty secure with everything else going on in your life, and if there was a sneaker out there that you really wanted to cop, now is the time because prices have significantly dropped. For example, if you really wanted those Jordan 1 Travis Scotts that came out last year, well, prices just dropped $300 in a month. So I would definitely be buying the sneakers I want in a time like this. I've done that myself. I just this morning bought the Jordan 1 Racer Zoom. I missed out on that pair and I went ahead and bought it for resale, but I paid pretty much $10 over retail, which is an absolute steal to me. And I was very happy to get that sneaker for such a cheap price. And if you guys are sellers and you've been holding on to stock for a long time and you are pretty much panicking right now because all of these sneakers you've been holding for so long have dropped like crazy. So here's my advice, man. It all depends on how badly you need that money. If you need that money right now to pay your bills and all that, then yeah, I mean, like, of course I would sell right now in case, you know, prices drop even more. But if you guys don't really need that money right now and you have the patience, you can't afford to wait maybe another year, I would personally do that. I definitely wouldn't sell everything, like all of my high value pairs. I haven't been doing that because like prices drop so much and I really don't really need the money that desperately right now. So I'm just gonna hold on to it until this whole thing passes. We don't know when that's gonna be. That's pretty much impossible to predict. But I personally wouldn't sell my high value pairs right now. So will prices keep coming down? They've already dropped quite a lot and it's a difficult question to answer because the one major difference with stocks and sneakers is that sneakers have a limited supply. There is no limited supply of stocks, but with sneakers, you can only pretty much buy and sell a certain amount of sneakers. So for that reason, prices cannot just keep dropping indefinitely. At some point, there's going to be very limited supply left and people are going to want to scoop up the remaining pairs. And we've already seen the prices drop a lot for some of the more hype sneakers. It's difficult to say if they will keep dropping. I think it will really depend on a sneaker by sneaker basis. If you start to see prices kind of stabilize in the next few weeks, that pretty much tells you that we've hit the bottom for those specific sneakers. For newer sneakers, I personally would not be investing in many pairs of a sneaker just because it is just so difficult to predict how sneakers would behave in a time like this. The entire sneaker reselling game has pretty much really, exploded in the last 5 years. And this entire industry has really never been through like a recession. So this is pretty much the first one that the sneaker market is going through. So it's super difficult to kind of predict how it's going to go. But based on the 3 reasons I listed earlier on in the video, I personally do think that they're going to start coming down. It's just natural. But there's several other things you can be doing with your money. In fact, the best investment you can possibly make is in yourself. So a lot of us now are staying at home and we have a lot of time on our hands. So you could use this time wisely, maybe sign up for an online course. If there's something that you really wanted to learn for a really long time, now would be the time to do it. If you've been putting off a business idea for a really long time, now would be the time to invest that time and think about ways that you can actually start that business. I like to think of this whole thing as an opportunity, and I hope you guys do the same. By the way, if you haven't been following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me right here. The handle is @JDKick6. That is the easiest way to reach me, and I respond to pretty much everyone who DMs me on there. So make sure you follow your boy. And thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, hit the like button, drop a comment, tell me if you enjoyed the video or if you thought it was absolutely trash. Let me know down in the comments as well. And that will really tell me if I should, keep dropping these types of videos for you guys. This community that we have on this channel is very important to me, and I appreciate all the feedback and all the support you guys have given me. Thank you, and until next time, guys, peace.